there be a happily ever after for Ben and Mal in Descendants 4? Is there any chance we'll see them tie the knot and have a child? More importantly, is the fourth film happening? Let's find out. Descendants 3 ending.
The people are in a panic about Hades. Every time we open the barrier, we're exposed to danger.
Disney Channel's Descendants saga claims the third film is the last one of the franchise, with the finale of Descendants 3 giving everyone, well, almost everyone, their happily ever after. The thing is, fans want more of the franchise, and based on everything the cast and crew of the franchise have said so far, we could certainly see a continuation of the story. Now, before we jump into more details about a potential continuation, let's do a quick recap of Descendants 3, shall we?
Auradon. It's beautiful, isn't it?
The film continues with Mal, Evie, Carlos, and Jay coming back home with an important announcement. They reveal the kids that will join them for Auradon Prep, aka VK Day. We then discover that they'll be joined by Dizzy, the daughter of Cinderella's stepsister Drizella, Celia, the daughter of Dr. Facilier, and Squeaky and Squirmy, the twin children of Captain Hook's friend Smee. Because this is a big deal, I mean obviously these kids are really happy about being the chosen ones. The best thing we saw in the third film is King Ben proposing to Mal. However, Princess Audrey is not really happy about the future queen, and neither is her grandmother. This is where the troubles begin. Audrey decides to direct all of her anger into an empowering R&B jam, then steal the queen's crown and Maleficent's scepter from the museum. So the war between her and Mel begins, if she could just let go, right? If these problems weren't enough, we later see Hades trying to go with VK's through the barrier, claiming he doesn't belong where he is, which only makes things worse. Mal then decides to close the barrier forever in order for the kingdom to be safe. When the gang discovers that Audrey stole the crown and scepter, they go to the Isle of the Lost to retrieve the most powerful object to oppose Maleficent's magic, Hades' Ember. Thankfully, Mal and her dad go through a beautiful reunion before some other things happen that complicate Mal's journey even more. However, the end of the film proves that all of the characters got what they deserved. In the end, Mal learns a valuable lesson just like all Descendants fans who discover plenty of strong messages of self-empowerment and following your heart through the entire franchise. As you already know, Mal and Ben are engaged, Carlos and Jane are also in a relationship, Evie and Doug finally kiss, and Jay and Gil get their happily ever after. But the question is, was the end of Descendants satisfying enough for you? Do you believe we could see a better conclusion of the story? And even if the finale of the franchise was satisfying, it's always fun to see a continuation, right? This only brings us to one question. Is Descendants 4 happening?
The sleeping spell spreads throughout Auradon. We're trying to discover which villain has perpetrated this evil.
As previously said, the final film of the franchise reunited the original cast members of the franchise as the kids of famous Disney villains Maleficent, the Evil Queen, Jafar, and Cruella de Vil. The first film became really successful, so a sequel was guaranteed. And then a third film happened, which only makes us wonder if a continuation is possible. Sophia Carson said a fourth film is hard to imagine because it would have to be without Cameron, who sadly lost his life in July 2019. It was revealed that the cause of his death was an ongoing medical condition. It was magical from start to finish. It was my first job. It was my first movie. It was one of the greatest honors of my life to play Evie and be a part of this franchise. We've had the privilege of touching hundreds of millions of kids. It's part of Disney history. We will forever be a part of this fairy tale, Sophia said in an interview with the Zach Sang in April 2020. She also explained that a continuation could always happen considering the number of Descendants, but for the cast, it would be really hard to continue the franchise without Cameron, which is completely understandable. In August 2021, the cast appeared in Descendants: The Royal Wedding, which was an animation made to honor Cameron and his involvement in the franchise. While a lot of fans constantly ask for another part, according to Sophia, Descendants: The Royal Wedding was the continuation of the franchise most fans asked for. And for her, this is the perfect conclusion of the story. But ever since the wedding special happened, a lot of fans have been coming up with different theories regarding the ending of the special. So let's see what fans are suggesting, shall we? The Wedding Special.
It's finally happening! I can't believe we're getting married.
Happily forever after.
According to a lot of fans who already watched the wedding special, a new era of Descendants is bound to happen. And this time, Descendants will be about Alice in Wonderland. Disney is yet to announce a project that will unite Descendants and Alice in Wonderland, but considering the fact Disney works on its continuation really hard and it takes a lot of time for a Disney continuation to be released, we might see some crossover between Descendants and Alice in Wonderland sometime in 2024 or at the end of 2023 at earliest. Now let's see what the rest of the cast thinks about continuing the Descendants story. Dove Cameron.
Yo. Jordan?
Come a little closer, Mal.
Obviously, it would be really hard on the cast to do a film without Cameron, Dove said on a July 2020 episode of the Chicks in the Office podcast. She then said she would love to come back for another part, but again, she believes it would be difficult to continue without Cameron. Sophia Carson. It would be such a privilege to continue that story, Sophia said in an interview with J14. She also said it was really fun to play Evie, and she looks forward to getting into the character again. Steven Vincent. According to Steven Vincent, Vice President of Music and Soundtracks at Disney Channel, everybody would love the franchise to continue. At least that's what he said in an interview with Variety in July 2020. I think everybody believes in the power of the Descendants franchise, but also the possibilities. There's a lot to explore for sure, he further explained. Sarah Jeffrey. You see, Sarah also believes a continuation of Descendants could always happen, but she thinks a better idea would be if Disney created a spin-off with new characters and new daughters and sons of princesses and princes and other villains. This is entirely true. The story of Descendants could go anywhere, literally anywhere. There are countless possibilities for a continuation that could never be dull. In an interview with E.T., the actress also talked about her character Audrey. She's kind of going through everything. She's been the mean girl, she's been the heartbroken girl, and I just kind of want to see her be best friends with people, explained Sarah. Also, according to her, if Audrey were to exist in another iteration of Descendants or another movie, she believes it would be fun to see her be a gal pal. What do you guys think about this? Let us know. Is a continuation without Cameron possible?
Attention, Isle of the Lost. VK Day is today.
Val and the other VKs will collect the applications today and announce who gets to go to Auradon Prep.
The biggest problem of the franchise is definitely the absence of Cameron. All of the cast and crew appear to be still grieving over his death, and that's the main reason why a continuation didn't happen so far. What happened was so incredibly heart-wrenching for all of us and something we could not recover from, Dove said in an interview with Hollywood Live in December 2019. She thinks that the idea of making another movie would be kind of nostalgic for the cast, but she also believes it might also be super wrong. Maybe the cast and the creators need more time to get over the tragedy and start thinking about a continuation. The actress also explained that Disney cancelled everything when Cameron passed, so she doubts there will be a Descendants continuation. On a related note, what do you guys think? Should Disney make Descendants 4? Is it the right thing to do? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.